can, McCaffrey.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting. 54. Mike, 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Watch the twin.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Let's go.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Hey, I hope you brought your lunch, because I'm about to take you to sleep. Mike, 55.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tim Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
You see me?
Tim Williams. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. That'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Let's go.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Gets out of a little bit of trouble there with a shifty move. He'll take it up past the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what. And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Hey, high 7. Ready?
He'll look to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Leo, get it.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You ain't going nowhere.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Thomas has got it. Complete.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And he's into the clear. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Pass interference, defense.
So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
On first down, Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And an alley to run. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Myers' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Let's go.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Kill. Check 99. Check 99.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for Moore. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Michael Palardy now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And out now come the Eagles. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here. The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. But a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. So that would have been something from that distance, but you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
You don't want none of it. Give it. Pick up the ball. Watch it. Squeeze.
Third down. Here's McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Third and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Here's Cannon. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Ready? 18 Gator. Mike's 59. Let's go, D. Big C. Bravo. We got to step it up. Get it.
They'll set up to throw. And Thomas has it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, lock it. He's tracking.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, watch it. You're out. Check, 5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. And that moment we just saw, always so special for under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Throwing his Wentz, and that will be incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm coming after you. Mike, ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. The lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter.
It's just me and you. Hey, switch gears. Rock it. Hit it.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Get it.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with McCaffrey.
Check 24, check 24.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Right there.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. They come out here in the eye. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll look to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. From midfield, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
132 fighter.
Let's go, baby.
Chase, Sam on. Snap.
McCaffrey.
Check it out, Reed.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
6-6, bullet high.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Get ready.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
60 Pittsburgh.
Double time. We got 4. We got 4.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Carolina, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another home date next week as this